everyone, and welcome to episode 5 of Pogo Radio. Today with me, our roundtable, Drew and Mary. Thank you guys for joining me.
Everybody.
Hi.
So, wait, yes, I'm recording. I always forget. Anyways, so how was everyone's Thanksgiving?
You first, Mary.
It was good. Got to spend some time with family. Got to see my little niece on her first Thanksgiving, which was adorable. But yeah, it was a good time.
Thanksgiving went pretty well. I was on call. I work at a fire department, and I was on call pretty much the entire day. But I enjoyed Thanksgiving with my girlfriend and her family for a little bit, and played a little bit of Pokemon, but not too much. So it was good. How about you?
All right. For the most part, I got there, well, quote unquote, late since everyone went Black Friday shopping half an hour after I got there. So, it didn't really feel like Thanksgiving, but the food was good. I'll give it that.
There you go.
But no, yeah. So, now that there's a lot that just happened since we last spoke. New raid bosses, new raid bosses, this big event, giving us a chance to catch Bartfish and Kangaskhan, and this eluded sighting of Ho-Oh out there. So, let's do. There's a lot of juicy stuff, but let's start with just the new raid bosses. How do you guys been feeling about the new raid bosses out there right now? Has anyone caught?
I feel like, huh?
Has anyone caught any of the new raid bosses? Like, I've been catching some Scythers here and there, but really nothing out there has interested me. Like, I don't need Needle Kings, I don't need Needle Queens. Maybe the Gen 1 starters, but nothing really has popped up to me personally. Maybe, actually, no, I'm lying. When I try to get those golems. I try. I need those. How about you guys?
I mean, I haven't even tried because I don't really need them. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's good for lower level players and people who don't have like good IVs of them. But I don't know. I just haven't really tried.
For me, I feel like we took a big step down. The raid bosses from the previous, like the first system to this system, it's just a drastic change. I mean, people got bored of doing anything that wasn't a level 5 or like T-Tar, maybe Snorlax, maybe Lapras.
Mm-hmm.
So they take those away and they introduce Victory Bell, Poliwrath, Nido Queen, Nido King. It's just like it became inherently worse off of that. The only things, honestly, that I really cared about have been Golem, maybe Omastar if you're desperate. Stabilize cool for the possible shiny. But I mean, if you didn't think the raid system could get worse, the Niantic pretty much said, hold my Capri Sun, watch this. It'll make this a lot worse. And so as far as the actual Pokemon that you get to battle, I feel like it's been a giant downgrade. So that's kind of frustrating. But some of the other adjustments that we'll talk about later on has made raiding a little bit more exciting.
Yeah, that I agree with you. It's they had potential, but you're right. They just gave us not. I'm gonna say it, lackluster choices. There's some good in there, but so and so. But let's really dig into the big stuff. This event, what is it? The Pokemon Go Tour, if I remember correctly. Well, of the time of this recording, we're like 80% to the final tier, right?
Yeah, I saw we are 188 million away.
I think we're at 2.3 billion now.
Ooh, God.
I'll have to check Twitter later, but I'm pretty sure it's like 2.3. We're within 1 billion left.
Oh, we're almost there, guys.
Yeah, no, yeah. What we need left is like 188 or something.
Yeah, we're very close to hitting the goal. I see us hitting the goal either very very late tonight or very early morning tomorrow.
Have you guys been really active in participating in this? Uh,
I went out this morning.
I've been pretty active. Let's be honest here. 3 billion is not a very high number for the amount of players that play this game.
so
And
true.
so you can kind of play on cruise control. You don't have to go out there and catch 500 a day. You don't have to hit the limit. You can play on cruise control and still focus on what you want to do, and we're still going to hit this goal. We're going to be just fine. I have been catching a lot, and I've been walking the laps at the college that has tons of poker stops and 2 gym glitter stops and stuff like that. Really getting good stuff and just evolving through. I've been focusing on the double XP, the double
Oh
start.
no, yeah, yep.
Really more than the catch. Really focusing on that,
Yeah.
the actual catch rate itself. Because we're gonna get there. Just I've been really, like I said, on cruise control and focusing on making the best of the rewards that we have now.
No, yeah, totally agree. I've actually kind of you might not be able to see this, but my Pokemon Go Plus, I literally drained the battery on it because I walk too much and there's 2 stops near where I work, so I need a new battery.
I've replaced my battery twice this week, so I
Oh
feel it.
wow, yeah. I need to do it today. I need to go shopping for a battery. But no, yeah, I am so happy that we did another collaborative thing. Not a little bit not as good as what was it? Pokemon Go Fest. That was very infuriating way to do it. But at least they learned from that. What do you guys think?
Um, I didn't get to Go Fast. I really wish I had. In retrospect, it would have been really easy for me. No, Drew, you say no.
It was a disaster.
Just like the opportunity to meet everybody else.
Yeah, that part was fun.
Yeah.
As far as
Like-
you wanna? Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Mary.
Oh, I don't know. I felt like the community aspect would have been a really good thing for me to have gotten a chance to be a part of because I started getting better in the game, knowing more of what I had done when I found Discord, when I found you guys and whatnot. Like, I felt like it was a great learning opportunity. And so I feel like that would have been another great learning opportunity for me that I just kind of missed out on.
No, yeah, you're right. I totally agree at that point because when I first started, it was just me, my siblings, and just a few friends. And then as time progressed, some friends just died out and then stopped playing. And there was just like probably 3 or 4 of us who were quote unquote actively playing. But it's not until the raid system came about, I found Discord that I started really playing and talking to the community that's around me. And it always, did anyone ever really feel like they were kind of the only one playing Pokemon Go for a while?
Yeah.
Like,
I know there's been waves. There's been waves where, because I also I'm the admin of my Facebook group for Instinct. So I've always been in very large communication with the entire base. But it's gone in waves. You see people of your group, they'll come out for a week or two, then kind of die down. You won't hear from them for a couple weeks. They'll pop out. It comes in waves with my player base. But I'm never really. I play a lot alone compared to a lot of players who play in groups, but I'm always in communication with other players who are also actively engaging in gameplay.
no, yeah. So, no, as far well, recently I've been just trying to catch everything I can. And you're right, it's still a solo game when it's really a group game when you're going after the high tier raids, those legendary raids, and I've yet to have one. But at least Niantic has given us a little bit of information how to get legendary raid passes, which is great from their last update.
I'm gonna jump in on that real quick.
Go for it, man. Go for it.
I might post this later on the whenever this podcast gets published. I'll post a picture. I keep a thing in my phone of every gym within my location, and every week since my last EX raid, I've been doing I've been doing raids at every single location. I have a list. And actually, just yesterday, a new EX raid pass was issued. I think only 6 or 7 players got the pass. I didn't get it,
Ugh.
and I have been doing raids at that gym for the past once weekly for the past like 4 weeks, and so it's very frustrating seeing this pattern, seeing them release those notes, and then seeing those players who haven't done one in like 2 months get one when I've been doing it weekly. It's a little bit of a frustrating process, and I really hope this is the end of the confusing speculation, and we can really get started on rewarding the players who are actively engaging in gameplay, as they say. So I'll be right back. You guys keep going.
All right then. But no, you're right. Um, that's actually pretty good. Keeping an idea of where EX rate passes are being coming out from, because if you read the patch notes, they're mostly going to be active in sponsored gyms and gyms that are mostly park based. So any parks nearby that are gyms, which I'm extremely happy since there's 2 park gyms near me. Oh God, I need to try to catch Mewtwo. I'm really right now. Okay, so as far as raid catches right now, both um both Entei and Suicune are my nemesis. I have a 0 to 24 catch rate on both those guys. I hate them so much right now. They will be the death of me.
That's
Like,
pretty rough.
oh
Yep.
yeah. I At first it was like, okay, next raid, next raid. 24 plus in, I'm like, yeah, it's burned me out, but I'm still trying. I'm still trying, guys. But no, I really want a Mewtwo just for the fun. It's just to add to the decks, and it's still an overall fun Pokemon. But going away from legendary raids, that spotted Ho-Oh not being a legendary raid, that I'm hoping is real. I hope that's real.
It
So
looked real from that picture that I think has been floating around. Who knows? Honestly, I'm not very good at that kind of stuff. But I don't know why Ho-Oh would be a legendary raid, especially after it's. I mean, Mewtwo saw the same thing, but Ho-Oh's stats got nerfed. But realistically, if you look at a DPS chart, Ho-Oh moveset wide is really not that good. Yeah, I think it has like 16 extra centuries with attack, and then like Solar Beam, Dive Attack, Fire Blast as its charge moves. I'm off the top of my head. I'm just guessing. I'm pretty sure I'm wrong there. But
okay,
realistically, Ho-Oh is not a fantastic legendary Pokemon. Like in this game, at least, even if it got Ember or Fire Spin, it'd be a little bit better. But like for the stats that it has and the nerf that it got and then its movesets, it's just really not a great Pokemon. I'm really not sure why they're going to go with a X-ray pack.
nah, yeah, you're right. I think it's best that it's best left as a regular 5K or not 5K 5 raid. It's perfect. That's what Lugia is. So why shouldn't Ho be? And you're right. Its stats aren't the best. It might be the strongest fire type Pokemon, but you don't really need fire type Pokemon that often. So
It doesn't even have a fire type moveset to even use. So it's just
exact.
like,
Eh. So,
you know
but
what? So if you're gonna go up and raid against Ho-Oh and it has Steel Wing Solar Beam, that's a tough one to get over. That is a
hmm.
tough moveset to battle against. I mean, good luck Golem. And they play around the lap a little bit, you know what I mean? But
No, yeah, yeah.
that's a very tough moveset to overcome in a raid. But I still don't think it deserves a legendary raid spot. I don't know where Niantic's head is with having Ho-Oh be so good, other than its humongous attack stat. I can't see where Niantic is seeing Ho-Oh in the same caliber as Mewtwo in terms of uh, legendary raid validation. I don't see it.
Mary?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you guys said it.
But
I think they should just put him on with the regular tier 5s, and just keep Mewtwo as the EX raid.
I don't know if something went wrong in that. I mean, you guys have seen that summer 2017 trailer when legendary raids were first introduced. I mean, Ho-Oh was
Yeah.
in the trailer.
yeah,
I don't know if something went wrong down the road with putting Ho-Oh out. Like, to me, it would have made sense to release Lugia and Ho-Oh both after the catastrophe at Go Fest. It would have made sense just to release both of them and then do Articuno's after those trades later instead of doing Lugia and Articuno on the night of Go Fest. You know, it just would have made more sense to release them both. But at that point, Ho-Oh stats weren't nerfed, so maybe they hadn't gotten to that point yet. But you know, it kind of leaves you scratching your head as to where was your original plan with Ho-Oh when you were talking summer of 2017? What happened in that time that you had to push back Ho-Oh's introduction
well,
for
actually,
like months later?
there actually might be a reason for kind of the delays on a couple things, because well, it's been officially announced that Niantic is working on the quote unquote Harry Potter Go, so they had to split their team on that.
They're also doubling down with the revenue that they're making. I'm pretty sure they can afford to work on Wizards Unite as well.
Yeah, so another AR game. Well, that's gonna be interesting. Whoa, what was that?
That's not me.
Not
Sorry,
me.
I got a text.
Oh, okay, that scared me a little bit because I have my headphones so I can hear the vibrating in my ear. Like, what is that? No, but yeah, you're one good thing that's happening right now is Niantic is putting more effort into the community, making bigger announcements, being more active on their Facebook, on their Twitter.
Yeah.
That's really great, and I'm glad that not only are they doing that, but some of the other Pokemon Go YouTubers are being more active as well, and there's so much that they can do, and I think having a little bit more leeway now that they have the revenue and from what I've been hearing, they've been getting a little bit more hires, which that's amazing. So that's more people to work on stuff. But
One thing
that I
I add
think
on. I'm sorry.
no. So now that they kind of delayed themselves slightly with all the with Wizards United, and now they have hopefully by around now they have the staff to not to work on all three of their games. Uh, they'll be releasing well, I'm gonna call it now. So the next uh the one official next EX raid Pokemon will be Mew and Celebi. So that would make sense to make them EX raid Pokemon just because they're mythic Pokemon, and just to have them as
Mm-hmm.
kind of elusive, a little bit more harder to get. They
Yeah.
might not be the strongest, but they're still something
One
for
thing
the
I want to
decks.
touch on with what your comment about the about Niantic's Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that. I'm
Go for it.
very impressed with one of the notes they released a couple of days ago about the developers' comments. You know, they released a list of what the developers were thinking, why the developers did what they did, and I think that is a big step in the right direction. For the past year and a half, we've been complaining about Niantic's lack of communication with the player base. Niantic doesn't set things in stone, and one of the biggest things was the EX raid. But the developers went through and they put everything on the line. They said, "This is what we did. This is why we did it." And they are eagerly showing us that they want to communicate with the player base, and I think that is, kudos to them. Usually I don't give them too much of a praise, but I think that was a huge step in the right direction. Communicating with your player base, it's not a very hard thing to do, and the players who play your game appreciate it very much.
No, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But there's you're right. There's been so much that the the trainers have been fighting about, and I'm glad that they've been able to at least be able to speak out a little bit more, and I'm hoping they'll continue with this. Mostly now that the whole Halloween event with the Gen 3s came out and all that. Now we just gotta find out when Gen 3 is gonna come out, and then a new slew of Pokemon will come out. Uh,
Early as December.
eh, I'm I'm
It's
feel,
like,
I'm feeling next year. I'm strongly feeling next year.
wait, Gen 3 or?
Gen 3.
Okay, feeling next year. Okay. Yeah, I think we might get, maybe they'll just keep sprinkling them. Maybe they're just going to dump, I hope they just dump them all with them. You know, because I'm Gen 2 in the middle of that Valentine's Day event. They dropped Gen 2 right smack dab in the middle of that without really telling anybody.
No,
And
you're
so,
right. Yeah.
and so maybe they're gonna, and you know, well, let's think back to February. February 18th is when Gen 2 was released. The first time that 6-hour lures were introduced was the Valentine's Day event when they dropped Gen 2. This is the second time we've seen 6-hour lures. We could see Gen 3 coming December 1st at the end of this event. I think that would be with the last of the double XP, the last of the double Stardust. I think that December 1st segue transition from double XP, double Stardust, Kangaskhan, Farfetch'd, go right into Gen 3. I think that would be a very big step, especially in the cold months here.
Oh my God, you're right. I'm gonna be freezing trying to catch stuff. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's going to be chilly, and you know,
Oh.
winter time was a decreased play time, decreased revenue, decreased monetary transitions, and it would be a perfect time to launch Gen 3 right now and get the players active again. And, you know, Niantic doesn't care really. Like, if you're driving your car, you're paying money for incubators while you're driving around, you're still paying money to play this game. They're still a business. They still have to make money. They do essentially care about their player base, but they do have to make money as well. And you want to motivate your player base in the times that you have seen not a lot of production. And I think right now, smack dab December, it's in the winter. It'd be a great time to launch Gen 3 and keep up their income. Is Mary still there?
I don't know, Mary?
I mean, I'm here, but I can't really hear what either of you are saying. It's sounding like a kind of weird robot thing. So
I was here.
I don't know how to respond.
Wait. Okay. Quick question. Was anyone hearing like a washing machine? Because I was hearing washing machine noises. Or that's just me. I'm just tired. I just got off work just recently, so.
Nope, my washer and dryer right over there. Nope, they're completely off right now.
Okay, I must be just really delusional because I'm much too tired.
There's nothing on here except the light.
Whoa. All right, no, okay. But no, you're right. Let's try to segue into something else. What other things are out there right now that the event's almost complete. We're happy about that. Mysterious Ho out there sightings. Please be real. Gen 3. Drew, you did make a few good points with the cold months being a big down on Niantic's revenue. They do need something to kick players to keep playing.
And, you know, one thing I want to kind of what I want to go over is you know, you have to with events like this, you really have to. Hey, there's Mary.
There's Mary. Hey, Mary.
With these kind of
now
events,
I can't hear anything from what you're saying here either.
What?
I can see you better, but
with these kind of events,
headphones. Anyone headphones or earbuds? That's. Can you guys see me? That's a real question.
Yeah.
Oh, well, mine's a little funky. Well, I'm using a.
I can hear both of you guys just fine. Everything's
I can hear each of you individually good, which works for my recording.
Yeah,
I don't know, but I don't know about you guys each other, which is weird. And it's weird because you guys are the closest to each near as far as distance, because I'm all the way over here in Oregon. So that's what's weird. But no, sorry, Drew. Sorry to cut you off.
That's okay. No, you know, really for the player base, one thing with events like these, everybody is really hyping Farfetch, 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 Kangaskhan, 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 and those are cool. Don't get me wrong; those are it is going to be so cool to catch a Farfetch. Realistically, I only need one and I'm done. Realistically, I don't need a ton of Farfetch. Just one and I'm good. Players are forgetting to play into the hands of the events. We have a lot of players are sitting there being like, "Well, man, yeah, I'm going to get Farfetch here soon. That's pretty exciting," and they are not engaging in the events that we're at right now. We have double XP. That is huge. Players are going to be hitting 40 left and right. They already are. We have double Stardust. This double Stardust right there, double XP, double Dust, those are huge indicators that we are transitioning into a new generation. The Dust prepare you to power up your Metagrosses, one of my favorite Pokemon, and the double XP to kind of get players up there to kind of motivate them to keep playing. A level 35 player jumps to level 36 or 37. They're like, wow, I'm kind of almost done. I'm going to keep pushing because this double XP event really got me good. The double Stardust, I hatched a ton of eggs and got a ton of dust. I can save up for Gen 3. This is more of a hype event to the introduction of Gen 3, and players need to zone in, focus, and actually play into the hands. You need to play into what the event wants. I hear a lot of players right now, me included, complaining about the lack of potions and revives that are coming from Pokestops.
Oh, didn't we see someone post a photo of all their dead Pidgeys?
Yeah.
Like,
I posted a picture of a bunch of Pidgeys and gyms. I'm not getting revives. I'm not getting potions, but you need to be smart about it. Like, go take your gyms. Like, the event right now is not focused towards gyms. So it makes sense that you're going to get more Pokeballs, Great Balls, stuff like that over potions and revives. Niantic's trying to push catching Pokemon instead of battling gyms. They want you to not pay attention to gym battling. They don't want you to be gym battling right now. I'm still going out there. I'm dropping Pidgeys, Caterpies, Weedles in gyms. They're lasting for 12, 15 hours. So at this point, a Weedle is just as good as a Vaporeon in a gym. You know what I mean? And you don't have to revive that, because once they just come back to me, that's an evolution. That's 2,000 XP right there, and I didn't lose anything for that.
oh my god, I've been doing it wrong then. Dang.
Players need to, and this goes for every player, they need to play into the hands of what the event is asking for. And you're going to benefit so much if you do that. So I'm not saying don't go take gyms, but understand that your resources in taking gyms has been completely sliced right now, and you need to be thinking a little bit more and more of how you want to approach gyms. But really, you need to be evolving everything right now. You need to be like, this is one of your last chances. With Gen 3 coming out, your spawn points are going to change. We're going to see Wurmple, we're going to see Wishmore, we're going to see a lot of these common Gen 3 Pokemon popping up at new spawn points where Sentret, Ledybus, Spinarak used to be, where Weedle, Caterpie, Pidgey used to be. After Gen 2 came out, Caterpie, Weedle, Rattata, those spawn points were somehow cut down. And so with Gen 3 coming out, you're going to lose those Gen 2 spawn points. So really go through, catch as many of the stuff as you can, evolve all the stuff that you can before you're going to be seeing less and less, because they keep adding new Pokemon to the game, which changes spawn point variables. So really just, long story short, play into the event's hands. Play what the event is asking you to play for, and you're going to reap most of the benefits if you do it that way.
Yeah, I've been seriously lacking on the potion front, and so now all my gyms have like Rattatas and Sentrets in them, and it's a little ridiculous. They're still there though, because nobody cares.
Yeah, if nobody wants to fight the gym, a Weedle's just as good as a Blissey at that point, and it's expendable. Once it comes back to you, you can trash it or evolve it. Those Pokemon become expendable after you use them. You don't have to put things into them when they come back. You're going to max revive a Blissey. You're going to potion your Vaporeons when they come back from gyms. That's going to happen, but you're not going to revive and potion a Weedle. You can just dump it. It's, the Pokemon you put in gyms right now need to be expendable.
I agree.
Another thing that I think we missed was in that developer's comments about the different rewards coming from raids now. That's something that I want to touch on, is that everybody is going to be getting golden raspberries now. They have, at least, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but at least for me, I have not gotten any potions or super potions from raids. Everything that I've gotten has been hyper potions, which I
No,
can't
yeah.
be happy.
No,
So,
I have too many of those.
you
Like,
know,
it's not, well,
earlier,
not too many, but just frustrating. Too many item slots taken up.
yeah, earlier in the podcast, I said that I would touch up on how I'm liking the raids a little bit later down the road. And yes, the raid bosses, the actual Pokemon, the raid bosses, they're worse. But the prizes we are getting now are almost identical to how we were getting things at the beginning of when raids dropped. You know, you're automatically getting gold raspberries. You're usually getting chunks of rare candies. You might get a TM here and there, and then you get revives and hyper potions. You know, for me, those are all great rewards. I think if they put max potions or max potions, sorry, max revives instead of revives, I think there would be no weak link in the prizes you get from raids, and players would be a lot more determined to go out and raid. But I mean, revives, it's still a pretty good thing. You know, there's no more potions, no more super potions coming out. Players are a little bit more motivated to take down a sand slash, where a couple weeks ago they might look at that and be like, wow, I'm going to get 10 revives and 5 potions, and that's all I get for doing that raid. Not worth it. Now you're going to get at least like 3 golden raspberries, maybe some rare candies. It becomes a little bit more motivational to go do raids, which is what Niantic wants.
I like the addition of the Stardust, especially right now when it's double Stardust,
Oh, yeah.
because that really helps when because I'm on this mission to power up my Gyarados over 3,000.
There
I
you
need to
go.
level up one more time, which will happen before this event ends. But that is my mission, and so with that Stardust, I can do that.
Have you guys leveled up at all since the event?
I'm
I'm
about to.
Me too. Just a little bit more, a little bit more.
Where are you
What
guys at?
level are you at, Jesus?
Level 33, getting to 34.
Oh, you're ahead of me.
Ah.
We're not racing, but we're racing. So
Okay.
you're ahead of me.
I got, okay. I see where we're at now.
Where are you at, Mary? 31, 32?
32. I'm almost at 33.
Awesome, great, cool.
Drew, what is your number?
Gosh.
48.
Actually, I don't know if I posted it in the moderator admin chat, but I recently just hit 40 million total experience. So that's level 40, that's level 40 again. So that's kind of exciting.
Oh,
That's
God. Well, so you're basically
I feel lame over here.
you're unofficially level 41.
I think I'm almost out of the scrub zone. I don't know, but that was pretty exciting, hitting 40 million. You know, just a lot of things. I've been playing into the hands of the event. You know, I've saved up a bunch of evolutions. I do mass evolutions every day. I'll walk around with the Pogo Plus while I'm doing mass evos. Just
Mhm.
you know, just really taking advantage of every little drip of XP I can get, and it's exciting. You know, the XP grind is still fun to me. I still enjoy it. So especially with double XP right now, it's going pretty smooth. I can't complain.
Oh. But that's a lot. We talked about a lot. There's new raid bosses. This big event. I'm happy this event happened. I needed a kick me up besides the legendary dogs. The legendary dogs are fun, but as you
They've gotten
remember,
old.
yep, yeah,
I mean, you can only have so many before it gets boring.
and they
I'm like on
hey, at least you
4, and
guys
I'm like,
have
okay, this
some.
is boring.
I'm just
Like,
I'm over here with none, sadly. Sad
If
face
we
here.
could,
But
I beat you in that one.
okay. I'll get there. I'll get there.
what's today? The 25th?
Yeah, today
Yeah, today's the 25th.
Yep.
Suicune, we all have Suicune out here in the States, but like everywhere else, if we could end, like coming off of the Beasts, this is the final month, the last couple days you can get a Suicune. If we could finish off this month and then have a raid, or a level 5 raid tier now, going to a tiered system instead of this is the legendary Pokemon that's out at this time. Going to a raid tier system where, hey, Moltres just hatched at this gym, and Articuno just hatched, and Raiku's over there. Put out all the legendaries minus Mewtwo. Put out all the legendaries in a level 5 raid tier. I think would be a nice little mix. I think there's a lot of players that, there's only a week long to get all the birds, and then they had that like last week of everything. Some players still haven't gotten birds. Some players still haven't gotten beasts.
No, yeah, I know a lot of people in my Discord group.
And
that's okay. I don't have Articuno.
This one up here doesn't have Articuno. It's like, those players don't have the legendary Pokemon, and they're like, hey, when is this stuff coming out again? I think making a level 5 raid tier would get a lot of players who didn't get those legendary Pokemon back on the streets and playing again a little bit more.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I don't know what's going to happen after. Like, I feel something has to happen after the end of this month. Because after the Beast Go, people are going to not want to go out and raid anymore. Because all that's around here, all people do around here is Suicune raids. Like, I try to get people for, like, those tier 4 raids, and nobody was really interested. It's
No.
like pulling people's legs to try to get help for a T-Tar raid. Like...
Really? There's I have a reasonable group for a T-Tar raid, but then you try to go for anything else, they're like, nah. So.
Yeah. Hey, you want to do a Lapras? No. How about Snorlax? No. It's like.
Come on, guys. It's like it's hard. It's hard. It is true. It's like people want top tier Pokemon, but I kind of want an extra Snorlax. It doesn't hurt to have an extra Snorlax. Doesn't hurt to have an extra Lapras with reasonable IVs, guys. But people want those top tier Pokemon. They want those T-Tars. They want what's something else good right at the moment. They want Golems.
I've heard Dragonite's pretty good.
Yes.
Or are you talking about raid bosses?
Nah. Well, Dragonite too. I'm sitting on 4 good IV Dratinis from that walking event. So all my 10Ks, I got 4 good IVs, but I only have enough candies to evolve 2 of them and have them have reasonable CP. And I'm really stingy with candies and Stardust at the moment. So I've been grinding for that Stardust right now. I need it, guys. I need it. It's too much. Niantic is giving us a different version of cocaine. It's this Stardust.
The powder. Making that level 5 raid tier that I was talking about earlier would also give Niantic a little bit of an opportunity to push back the release of Gen 3 legendaries. I mean, Registeel, Regirock, Regice, Kyogre, Groudon, stuff like that. It would give them a little bit more time, while players would still be satisfied with the mystery surrounding level 5 tier, that they would buy themselves some time. I said this a couple podcasts ago that releasing the Beast would give them time to release Gen 3, and they still have time. They still have plenty of time. Anything that Niantic can do to buy themselves more time into their next productive events is absolutely what they should be going for. Creating a level 5 tier would keep the players involved, give them time before they release the Gen 3 legendaries, and they can save that for a spring or even 2018 summer event to release Registeel, Regice, stuff like that, the legendaries.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot more. I think, the 3 Reggies, Lugia, I'm sorry. The 3 legendaries, Kyogre, Groudon, Rayquaza, Latios, Deoxys, Jirachi. That's almost 10 legendaries right there.
And then Deoxys has 3 more forms on top of that. So there's like 4 right there.
Yeah, so that's a lot of legendary heat coming our way, and Niantic's going to have to really prepare about how they want to go about. Because, the legendaries, Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, they just keep adding more legendaries. So
what I want is another big event, and since they've learned from their mistake from GoFest, and we all agree it was a mistake, it was a mistake, but they've been learning from their Japan events, their European events. They've been learning little by little, so it's been improving, and I'm glad. Like the Anaheim event earlier this year, but I'm hoping for another big event. That would be great. And if this time I could make it finally. I was not able to go to the GoFest. Even though it was a mess, I still would have been fun to go.
Thank you, Sam.
But I'm hoping that actually might be a great way to drop such a huge amount of legendaries is a big event again. Something because if you've been watching recently, now that Niantic's more public, uh, and they've been collabing with a lot of content creators, they've they've been pushing this a lot, and we might get another big event for this big legendary hoopah that might happen.
Well, we'll have to see what happens. I'm excited to see what the future brings. There's a lot of good stuff that Niantic can do right now, and they just need to actually do it. And not, it's their game to lose at this point. It's theirs to lose. They have our attention. It's their game to lose at this point. They have to be the ones to mess up to make things worse for themselves.